this is the funniest story as far as schools are concerned. I mean, the guy's dropping his daughter off at in-person schooling, but he won't reopen the schools for other kids. It's pretty amazing. But I want you guys to hear this statistic, which really blew my mind. This is from the Post Millennial. It says only 9% of Seattle public school teachers want to return to in-person instruction regardless of vaccinations. According to a February survey done by the Seattle Education Association, only 9% of public school teachers that responded are ready and want to return to in-person instruction regardless of vaccinations. Meanwhile, Seattle's public school students have not been in a classroom since March 11, 2020, almost a full year without being in a classroom. Last week, it was announced that the scheduled reopening the week of March 1st had been delayed, and now rumors are circulating that students may have to wait until the fall of 2021 for schools to reopen. This despite the fact that the Seattle School District has been preparing buildings for students and teachers to return in-person learning. You know, they have all the health and safety protocols, like I said, the PPE. That's the craziest part of this, is that they always say, like, oh, you know, and we're doing everything, too. We have all the stickers on the ground, and we have all the PPE. It's like, don't you understand? That's not what it's about for these teachers' unions. They wouldn't care if you gave them all bee suits and they could come in those. That's not what we're fighting about. We are fighting about a group that is taking advantage of the crisis and does not want to come back to work. 9%, regardless of vaccinations. It kind of begs the question, like, am I missing something? So if you're vaccinated and the vaccine and the virus is declining and you got basically everything you wanted, then what are we talking about? Absolutely insane. And I will take calls on this if you guys want, but we do have a lot of sound. I want to get to a little bit of CPAC and a little bit of Hollywood being so obnoxious last night at the Golden Globes. Still waiting on those overnight ratings. Waiting with bated breath. I did not watch the Golden Globes, but I'm super interested in seeing how many people did. I'm going to guess they were dismal because even by award show standards, it was a disaster. I'm talking tech glitches, you know, bad jokes. Tina Fey said it's going to be apolitical. You know, people need some entertainment. Well, what happened? No more jokes now that the Mario Kart King's in office? What happened, Tina? I thought that was like your thing. I thought you were really cutting edge. You held people responsible. Couldn't find anything to talk about with Joe Biden. Kids in cages. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Kids in shipping containers. Oh, no, hold on. Wait. Let me try it one more time. Children in migrant facilities. There's no pressing issues in the world anymore now that Joe Biden's in office. These people are such phonies. We'll talk about that on the other side. Hotels, dentists, and veterinarians all have purchased multiple units of the Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier for their businesses. I'm going to hold this up in case we have anyone new who hasn't seen this on the YouTube. Here it is. You may have heard Dr. Matt last Friday on Howie's show. He has one. He couldn't believe it and bought 2 more for his vet's office. He also bought a Thunderstorm for his son's stinky cat. I wonder if his son ever listens and knows that he calls his cat Stinky. Dr. Matt said people come into his office and ask him, how does it smell so good in here? Because if you have your pet all the time, you know that one animal can really stink up a house. So you go into a vet's office, you're expecting to kind of get hit by a smell, but not at Dr. Matt's. People are still asking me if it really works. That's what he said. And he said, not only does it really work, but it works in hours. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier is so small, you can hold it in your hand, plug it right into the wall. It's easy to use. No air filters are needed. The best part is you don't have to replace any air filters. Like I said, that's a huge deal because that also costs you money and it costs you time. And nobody has time for that, which of course saves you time and money. Other air purifiers can cost as much as $600. The Eden Pure air purifier can handle pet, kitchen, or tobacco odors, or that damp basement smell. Go to EdenPure.com and put in code word GRACE to save $10 off the lowest sales price and get free shipping. That's EdenPure.com, code word GRACE. Shipping is free. 844-500-4242. We'll be back on the other side with some CPAC sound. What did you guys think of Trump's speech? Did you like it? Tell me what you think. I'll be back. This is The Grace Curley Show.
Follow Grace on Twitter at @G_Curley.